Hello and welcome to the second video tutorial and walkthrough for the Community Safety and Social Vitality account as part of Community Accounts. In our last walkthrough we ended with the headline indicators, so I'm going to go ahead and close the headline indicators now and close the section that opened on the account page for the headline indicators. So now I'm going to go into the data tables. So if I go ahead and click tables here, I'll get a table listing of all the available tables within Community Safety and Social Vitality. So our first data source is the Canadian Centre for Justice Statistics. This is available at the police region up to the province geography level. Some of these tables deal with provincial statute violations along with federal statutes. You will notice to the right of the tables that there are some mandatory reading for users of this data, and these documents are in PDF format. Clicking on the Total Violent Criminal Code Violations will bring us to the Violent Criminal Code Violations table. Once in the table, you'll notice that there are several different types of information available, including actual incidents, total persons charged, total adults charged, and total youth charged. Like all the tables in community accounts, there are buttons at the top of the table which include important information, view sources for this table, view the definitions for this table, view the print version with definitions, and view an Excel version. All of these options can be activated by clicking on the tab. On the top left of the table are the table options and table analysis features. There are many table options available for these tables. These include ratio to Canada, ratio to the province, and a rate per 1,000 people. If you click any of these options, the data will update to show the option that you've chosen. So for example, if I click ratio to province, the table will have the same format, but will now be showing a ratio to the province for each of the variables. You will also notice that once you have chosen a table option, a Return to Values button will be available as a table option. Clicking this will bring back the original data values. In the table options, you can also change the year of data you would like to see displayed in the table. If you mouse over the Change Year button in the table options, a drop-down menu of all the years available will appear. Once you click on a year, the table will update to show the year you have selected. So right now, by default, I'm showing 2008. If I wanted to switch to 2006, I would select it from the drop-down. The table will reload, and you'll be looking at 2006 data. Two features are also available under the Table Analysis section on the left-hand side of the table, and these will be available for our other data sources as well, so we'll demonstrate them now. The first is the Multivariable Regional Comparison feature. So if we go ahead and click on that link, it will open in a new pop-up. The Multiple Variable Regional Comparison feature on the left side of the table allows you to view multiple variables for multiple geographies at the same time. So for instance, if I went into the multivariable regional comparison feature for this table, I'd be able to view homicides, total other violations causing death, and attempted murders. Click Submit, and when the page reloads, you'll get the option of choosing the geography of interest as well as the year and the data type you want to select for this particular table. So I'm going to choose all the provinces for 2008, and I'm going to look at the total persons charged. So if I hit Submit again, you'll notice that when the table reloads, you'll get the information for all the provinces of Canada, the number of homicides from 2008, the total other violations causing death, and the attempted murder. And you'll notice that by clicking any of the headings, we can reorder the data. If we want to change the information that's available, we can either change our variables by clicking on Step 1 at the top of the page, or by choosing from different drop-down options here for part of Step 2. Then you can click Submit again and the table will reload. As well, once you get to this point of having a data table, you will also notice that there's a View Excel version and View Print version at the top of the Multivariable Regional Comparison feature, which can be a handy way of getting your information out. So now I'm going to close the Multivariable Regional Comparison feature and explore the other table analysis option, which is the Build a Custom View option. If you click on Build a Custom View on the left side of the table, you'll see in the pop-up panel that it lists all the information in a tree-like structure that's available for the table. So in this instance, you can customize what you want to view at any given time. So if I wanted to look at actual incidents for 2008, 2007, and 2006, I can select that from the Custom View options, click Submit, and my rebuilt table, when it displays, will actually show the actual incidents for each of those 3 years for all my variables. When you're done looking at your custom view, you can either change it by clicking on Build a Custom View again, or click Return to Default View to return to your original view. Our next data source that we're going to look at in this tutorial is the Provincial Court Charges and Offenders by age group and gender. I've got that open in another tab, so I'm going to switch to it now. This information is unique in that it is the only data available in the account at the community level, as well as higher levels of geography. Once you have selected the table, you will notice that the age groups are available on the left-hand side of the table, and that gender is across the top. Please note that in the provincial court charges data, one offender may have more than one charge. You'll also notice on the left that we once again have rate per thousand, as well as the ability to change to any of the previous years of data from 96 to 2007. And our table analysis features are still present. Our next data source is the RCMP data. Again, I have this open in another tab. This table is the crimes against persons information. Each of these tables show actual occurrences, reported occurrences, cleared by charge, and cleared otherwise. It's available at the police region and provincial level of geography. And as for the other tables, again, we've got the ability to change here in the table options and to use our table analysis features. You'll also notice if you return to the account that there's a link to special education data available under the tables option. This data is available from the Provincial Department of Education by school and school district, as well as other levels of geography for 2003 to 2008. Our next data source is the Quality of School Life Survey. This was conducted by the Department of Education, and it's available for various grades between grades 7 and 12 for 1999, 2001, 2002, and 2004. This survey contains data on student satisfaction, students' perceptions, and school safety. Now you'll notice that I went in with the police region selected, and that's not a geography type that's available for this table. So I'm going to change to the province. So the geography levels available for this table include schools, school districts, and economic zones up to the provincial level. The last data source that we have available is the Survey for Attitudes on Violence. Again, we're in the same sort of situation in terms of it's not available for the police regions, so again, I'm just going to change to the province. This data is available for economic zones up to the provincial level, and it provides information on personal safety and violence in society, concern about violence or abuse in the community, as well as many other violence-related topics. The last part of the table section is available if we return to the account and click Show Tables. And this is the related data links. These are outside sites that contain information that relate to the account, in this case Community Safety and Social Vitality, and we would recommend that you explore some of these links if you're looking for more information on topics relating to community safety and social vitality. So that's about it for this part of the tutorial, part 2. We went over the data tables and the related data links, as well as some of the features that are available within the tables in community accounts. For our next tutorial, we'll go through the maps and related sites, as well as the additional features.